Hi everybody, this is Dr. Beth Ann and welcome to Your Heart Magic. I am so thrilled that you subscribed. I promise not to spam you. I really do. I created Your Heart Magic because I was trying to create an organic platform where I could share my words and work with people who they're resonating with people who they're connecting with, and help support people in their own heart-centered living and in listening to their heart and in seeing the best in themselves and seeing the love in themselves and finding the love in the situations in their life. I created Your Heart Magic as a way to just offer words and wisdom and perspective and activities and exercises that you can do. This is experiential. Your Heart Magic is really about you experiencing yourself and you experiencing your heart and you experiencing what these things mean to you and how they shine through in your life. So this is a monthly dose that you will receive. There will be a different theme every month based on whatever I feel inspired to create. And every issue will have some writing, a teaching video, a soul care activity, an affirmation, a reflection question for the month, and I'll include a couple of the creative offerings that I have to further support people in finding their own healing and their own wisdom. To me, hearts really are magical. I called this Your Heart Magic because it's fun. It is playful. I think it's super important that we bring more joy and play and delight into our lives, but I actually want to take that a little bit deeper than just those reasons. You know, hearts are amazingly resilient things. The fact that you can have a human heart, that you can take a heart, and that a heart can break, right? Who hasn't been through heartbreak here? That a heart can break from loss, from grief, from something very painful happen, and that hearts have the ability to mend themselves, to find healing, to take their pieces and recompile them and put them into a new composition that might not go back to the same shape, but is bigger. When we heal through love, our hearts become bigger. We become the kintsugi vase that they talk about in Japanese pottery, where every time it breaks, you fill it with gold. So it keeps changing shape, and over time it grows bigger, and there's these golden veins running through the pottery, and the imperfections and the breaks and the cracks are seen as these beautiful opportunities to create golden art. And to me, our gold is love. It is the ability to bring transformative love into the spaces in our life, because you bring love into a dark space, you've got a game changer there. Yeah, you have just completely changed the energy of the space when you bring love into this. And I've learned this in multiple ways in my life. I've learned this from 20 years now of working with individuals. I'm an intuitive psychologist, so working with them one-on-one, working with them in with groups, with hearing people's stories. I have learned this through my personal journey. I have been on what I would identify as a journey of the heart since pretty much the last decade is when I really started living heart-centered in a mindful way, and I made profound shifts and changes in those last 10 years in my life that reflect being heart-based and following my heart, which usually means even when it doesn't look good on paper and people say, wow, that's really crazy, how are you going to make that happen? Are you sure you should jump? I say yes. I jump anyways. And jumping has currently taken me to Kauai at this particular point in time after a lifetime of Anchorage, Alaska, or living in Anchorage, Alaska. I've been over here a year and a half now. And it was very much a heart-based decision because I felt called to come, and I felt called to step into a new identity and a new version of self, and to leave behind my old clinical psychological practice and fully step into what it means to be an intuitive psychologist. And that is unwinding and unfolding as I go. So I will probably be sharing more of that with you as we go through the monthly dose. But everything beautiful in my life has come from trusting my heart and following my heart, including navigating my grief journey in 2016 after I lost my brother Brent. I truly believe that what supported me the most in working through my grief and being so open in it and brave and vulnerable with it, and writing grief books about it, I really believe it's my ability to love. I believe it was my ability to recognize that I was suffering so tremendously and I was in so much pain, because that's how much I love Brent. Grief is just love turned inside out. So I see the grief work that I do as love work. They are the same sides to a different coin. And I think that's the core of Heart Magic. If you are really invested in living a heart-centered life, then you've been through something that's broken your heart. I really think it takes heartbreak for us to get in touch with this part of ourselves in a deeper way and say, I didn't know how horrible this could feel. And it takes bringing healing into that space to sometimes like help crack us open and make us aware of the deeper self, the more authentic self. And when we become aware of that self, we want to actualize them. We want to embody them. We want to live life from that space of truth and authenticity, as opposed to a I don't want to say less shallow. I'm going to say for myself, just a younger space of not knowing. I believe I've been the best Beth Ann I knew to be, every version of self at each point in my life. But I also believe that when I went through this being cracked wide open about a decade ago, that is when I was just like, oh, hello, hello, unmet self. Please come on out. I want to actualize you now. I want to meet you. I want to be in alignment with you and live life from that space. And that's what I mean when I say I started the journey of the heart. So if you felt moved to sign up for this newsletter and you're resonating with my work, then I know it means you've been through something. I know it means you're trying to live bravely and authentically, and I know it means you are trying to tap into your own mix of heart wisdom and heart truth and your own deeper self. And all of that we access through the heart. We don't really access it through like the left brain overthinking logic. We access it through the right brain, the creative brain, the intuitive brain. That's the heart brain. That's my non-medical explanation for that I see when we use our right brain. I see that's what helps us drop into the heart. That's what helps us drop into ourself. So your Heart Magic offers ways to engage your right brain, ways to engage your imagination, your creativity, your intuition, your own self-reflection, your own self-discovery, your own journey of the self, and help you tap into the alchemy of you, the elixir of what love is to you and how it's showing up in your own life, and learn to use that elixir on yourself, learn to love yourself, and then learn to keep taking that out into the world and letting our acts of love just be this natural manifestation of what we're creating inside. And that's what your Heart Magic is all about. I'm so excited you're here. I'm so grateful you're here. Thank you so much for being part of this community and part of this space. And I will be seeing you on the first Thursday of every month for a new dose of your Heart Magic. Aloha, guys.